Oh, my bad. I didn't realize this was going. But welcome to another edition. Had to put down my Cowboys cup ironically for the video that we're going to talk about now. Welcome to another edition of The Opinion. I was drinking tea. I wasn't drinking Kool-Aid like a lot of you Trey Lance fans who are 49ers fans like myself were drinking over the last 2 years because you created this environment and now you have to reap what you sow. Because a year ago, I was on social media, I was on YouTube telling you guys Trey Lance is not ready. Trey Lance is not good. And now you see it. Now you have to crack that egg on your face. Now you have to admit you were wrong. Trey Lance was not ready. Trey Lance was not that good. And this is not a personal attack on Trey Lance by any stretch of the imagination. But the environment you guys created, you guys are the ones that helped to drive Jimmy G out of town. You guys are the ones that wanted Jimmy G gone so much that you thought Trey Lance was going to be able to take the 49ers to levels that Jimmy G could never take the 49ers to. And in 2 years, we barely even saw Trey Lance. Now, some of that was because of injury. I get it. Last year, he got injured. He would have got to play more. But I don't think the 49ers would have made the playoffs had Trey Lance started the whole season last year. It wouldn't have happened because the guy cannot play. He does not have enough reps in college and or probably high school to go lead a team like the 49ers and be accurate and play in Shanahan's offense. He just cannot do it. And you guys created this environment of trying to run Jimmy G out of town and hope that Jimmy G got traded. And you should have saw you guys last year on social media. Oh, when is Jimmy G going to get traded? You had the lady out there making drawings about, I'm going to make a drawing every day till Jimmy G gets traded. And Jimmy G actually, he played his time in San Francisco. He got hurt, and then that's when Brock Purdy came in, and then Jimmy G hit the free agent market. Whenever you guys thought there was no market for him, remember guys like Grant Cohn saying, "Oh, there's no market for Jimmy G." Yeah, there wasn't a market for teams that didn't want to trade a first rounder for Jimmy G because that's what the 49ers were asking for, was a first or second rounder and that contract that Jimmy G had. But there was a market for Jimmy G because as soon as he was a free agent, he got nabbed up or snatched up by the Raiders, and he's going to be a starting quarterback. Meanwhile, the guy that you guys thought was going to take the 49ers to places that Jimmy G, the guy you hated, never could take him to, he's going to be third string on the Dallas Cowboys, at least for this season. So he's not really going to do much for the Cowboys this year unless something happens to Cooper Rush, Dak Prescott, or maybe Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush. I said that in backwards order based on how these teams are going to start as well. And meanwhile, Jimmy G will still be starting in the NFL doing his thing with the Raiders. So you guys created this environment, and now you are reaping what you sow because the guy that you guys thought was so good, you guys went to battle for this guy. You guys would argue anybody who said anything bad about Lance. Oh, I don't think Lance is ready. Oh, I don't think Lance is this. You guys, you should have saw you guys on social media. You guys, the Trey Lance fan, it was like a cult fan base. And I said this, it was like a cult fan base within the 49ers organization. And now that Trey Lance is gone, hopefully that fan base, maybe some of you guys need to become Cowboys fans. But at the end of the day, we don't have to argue about it anymore because at the end of the day, you lost. You lost. People like Grant Cohn, you guys lost. And now you guys now you're trying to create a narrative of, well, if Kyle Shanahan doesn't go win at all, he must be fired now. And I told you this was going to happen. I told you that if Trey Lance didn't succeed, you guys were going to turn your attention to Kyle Shanahan. And now we already see that these things are starting to happen. That the Trey Lance fan club is now starting to turn their attention to Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch and create a narrative of that both of these guys should be fired because now all of a sudden they're saying, well, why in the heck did they spend all that to go get a guy who wasn't ready? But this is exactly what you wanted them to do at that point in time because you were fed up with Jimmy G. See, your hatred for Jimmy G clouded your judgment on Trey Lance because here's the thing, 49ers fans are pretty intelligent fan base. I know. I would happen to know. 49ers fan base is a pretty intelligent fan base. So if you're that intelligent, you couldn't look on TV and see just for a couple of plays that, hey man, Trey Lance just don't got it. He just don't got it. And like I said, this is the environment you created. You created this environment after the 2019 season when Jimmy G was not able to deliver the goods in a championship. You created this environment that Jimmy G had to go. He was the worst thing ever. This guy can't do anything. And now that Trey Lance was going to come in and be the savior. You guys thought Trey Lance was going to be, Patrick Mahomes or something. That's really what you guys thought he was going to be. But at the end of the day, I told you so. You can. I'm gonna see if I can post the link to the video I made last year talking about when I said Trey Lance isn't that good. I said this a year ago, so I'm not just making it up now. I'm gonna post the link down in the description if you want to check that video out. What I said a year ago, check it out. The video gets better with time, and that's a lot of my videos happen to get better with time as well. So at the end of the day, what do you guys think? What do you 49ers fans think? I want to hear from the Trey Lance fan base. What do you guys think of the trade? What do you guys think should happen to Kyle Shanahan now at the end of the day? But at the end of the day, just remember, this is the environment you created. Jimmy G left with grace. Trey Lance left with his head down in shame. The guy that you guys backed, he left in a trade. It didn't work. You created this environment. Now you have to live with it. And in the environment you created, the quarterback that you really wanted, that you thought was going to be Mahomes, you're never going to get to see that in a 49ers uniform. I don't think you'll see it in any uniform, but maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. If he's still in the league 5 years down the road, we'll see. But you'll never see that in the 49ers uniform. So the next time that you don't want another quarterback that plays for the 49ers, next time, how about you do this? Keep your mouth shut and let the system play out. Let a guy actually go through the system, keep your mouth shut, and don't talk about how great he is until he actually proves something. But other than that, I'm out.